Here we are for the first session on business analysis. And I wish you all a great new year full of new learnings, great health, wealth, growth, everything. And I'm here to support you for your ambitions to whatever extent I can. In here, so as you know, this session for business analysis profession, this is an initiative to empower you for learning a new skill to get into this profession. Even if you are into this profession, you may like to learn something new. And mainly this is for the people who are not into this profession and who want to get into this career path. At least the intention is to prepare you for the entry-level business analyst position. So here we go. Just a brief background about myself. I'm located in Canada, Winnipeg. And here, I'm very overwhelmed by looking at the phone numbers which are in the group. So many people from different countries. And this is very encouraging to me. Thank you so much for your trust. I have got 25 years of IT industry experience in various countries. And now I'm settled down in Canada. And I have played various roles as well in the software development cycle. I have written a book as well. The name of that book is Understanding Cryptocurrencies, the Money of the Future. That is in the Financial Management collection for Virginia MBA students. Anyways, coming to the crux here. Why we are offering free training here? So like I said, to empower you. There are a lot of trainings already available online. You may pay for those things. Those are quite expensive because I like sharing. So that is the intention behind this particular series. And we will have 4 sessions in this particular series. What you will learn here, I have listed on all those things. I will not read all those points here, but at least whatever we can cover in this particular session, we will cover those things. As you know, Zoom only offers 40 or 45 minutes free session. And depending on the interest, if our friends, you all, if you want me to continue this session even after this one, I'll be glad to do that. Otherwise, we'll move to we'll have this 40-minute session only for today and the future ones as well. And for all different the people coming from different professions, just to let you know that there's a global standard of the books of the profession, and that is called Business Analysis Book of Knowledge. And this is offered by IIBA, that is International Institute of Business Analysis. And most of the time, we are going to refer to that particular book or contents or focus on the information in that book throughout the series. So in here, as you know already, the schedule is for today, that is 6 p.m. Central Time. We are having this session, that is Winnipeg, Canada time. And every Saturday on the same time, we will have next 3 sessions. So anytime if I refer to some CST timing, consider that as Central Standard Time. So my question to you is, what is your understanding of business analyst as a profession? You're welcome to raise your hand from participants. If you click the participants, you will see the raise hand icon. I would like to get your feeling about what is your understanding of business analyst. Please unmute yourself who wants to talk, and then we can hear you.
Hi, Arvind. This is Samir from Vancouver.
Yes, Samir, thanks. Yeah, tell me, what is your understanding?
So I believe business analyst is a change management agents which initiates or which navigates the change management in the organization.
Very nice. And that is one of the very important role of a business analyst. And there are a lot of other roles as well. I will get to those points as well. But thank you, Samir. And what exactly this role does? Oh, I see more hands there. Hold on. Let me see who else is there. Uh, Anurup, yeah, you want to talk about what is your understanding?
Hi, sir. This is Anurup from India.
Yes,
According to me, business analyst is a person who likes to know requirements from the client and document them, and the person who is like to explain to the technical team.
sure. So, in short, what you said, if we use very simple words, business analyst is a person who understands the business language, who understands the technical language as well. And as you know, client may not be very aware of the technical language, and the technical team, the development team, they may not be very much aware of the business language. So the business analyst person, they act as a bridge between these two teams. So very good definition, Anurup. Thank you. Coming to the next one. So here is the detail about what the BA does. I have taken all these different slides from different resources, and I have given those links at the bottom for each and everything. So I don't take credit for all those things. You can go to these sites if you want to get more information. So coming back to this point, business analyst role here, what does this guy do? As you said, customer team is there, and then other side technology team is there. And this person, he or she, they make sure that they're able to translate the language from one team to another team. So basically what happens, from the customer side, they identify the business needs, they gather the requirements, they prioritize those, they analyze those, they document those. So there are a lot of activities involved in this one. What is the outcome? They come up with the detailed requirements. And there is a specific document known as business requirement document. I will touch on that point as well in a later stage. And that requirement document gets communicated to the technology team. They come up with a solution, and then that solution gets validated. So that's how it comes out. Are you guys able to hear me? Because I'm getting message that someone cannot hear me.
Yes, we are able to hear you.
Okay, thank you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe Amarpal, it's a problem your side. Okay, thanks. So in this business analyst role, the whole idea is this person becomes a bridge between the client side, customer team, who's totally purely business side, and the other side is the technology team. So this guy has got a lot of understanding of the business as well as the technology side also, I may say that. It is not necessary, but it's always good to have both the sides knowledge. Then this is something which is more detailed one. What does a business analyst do? There's no sequence here. Out of this, like we said, if they do the market research, they do some kind of data gathering, they do the analysis as well. They come up with the documentation, they perform the evaluation, proposal preparation. All these things I will touch upon when we come to that particular point in our training session. For now, you can just assume that the job of a business analyst is to communicate client requirements to the technical team and vice versa. As simple as that. Although in the books you will find very complicated definitions, but this is very in a very simplistic manner. And not to forget, communication is the most important thing. To become a BA, you have to be you have to understand the verbal as well as non-verbal communication. You should be very good at the documentation, communicating your ideas. And that is one of the very basic personality traits of an effective business analyst. And if you think that you need to work on your communication, then I will suggest that there are a lot of online courses as well, or YouTube videos or Udemy videos. You may like to get how to properly communicate in a business setup.
Learns with you. So as you become smarter.
Please unmute yourself, whoever is there. I mean, sorry, mute yourself. Thank you. Now, this is an important slide I thought I must be sharing with you. A lot of people who get into the profession of a BA, it's important for them to understand what is in there for future for them. It's good, today you have gotten into BA profession, but what next? There are so many different career paths you can see. And the most important one, I think, I personally feel, and I have seen these kind of transitions also, that the combination of business analyst and project manager, that's a very good combination. Okay, so in that, when I say why it is an important combination, because project manager is not only about scheduling managing the budget or cost and other constraints. That person should also have a good understanding of the business requirements as well, and how the dynamics of all the different teams take place. Like if it is a development team or testing team or from architecture, this person, project manager, gets involved into all those different teams. Okay. Yes, Amarpal, please unmute. I'm not sure why you're not able to hear, but other people are able to see. And I see another question from Samuel. Yes, Samuel, normally after the session, I share the videos on the YouTube, and the YouTube link I post in the WhatsApp group. Okay, thank you. So going forward, it's my very personal perception that if you want to get into the profile of a PM, project manager, getting into the profile of a business analyst is a big help. Once we get into the PMP, the project management professional kind of training, then I will touch on this point in much more detail. But for now, I will stick to the business analyst role only. All these different things, business architect, higher level, subject matter expert. You know what? I think it's very important to mention here. A lot of people, they think that, I'm from HR path, human resources career path, or someone is from supply chain management path, career path. Can they get into the career path of a business analyst? And my answer is strongly yes. Why I say so? Because actually they're already the subject matter expert in their own particular domain. So that means they already have the mastery of the business domain. And as a business analyst, they may have to learn additional skills. And that's how they can perform very effectively in the team. So the important point which I want to raise here is, if you are a subject matter expert of any domain, whether it is insurance or banking or finance, manufacturing, so many other things, you can become a very good business analyst, provided you get the techniques, you learn those techniques, which we'll be sharing according to the BABOK, that is Business Analysis Book of Knowledge. And I had shared that book in the WhatsApp group. A lot of people who joined late, I will share that book again so that you get access to, all of you get access to that book. Otherwise, it's easily downloadable from net as well. So next one. I'm not sure how this line came up, but anyways, I'll stick here. Okay. Now coming to the software development lifecycle. For people who are totally new to this industry, I would like to touch upon this point here. How does this SDLC look like? It starts from the analysis. This is where business analyst person, they perform most of their work, because they are doing the requirement analysis. That means they are gathering the requirements from client. They analyze those, they prioritize those, they document. So ultimately, they come up with the business requirement document. So I will use this word business requirement document short form, BRD, repeatedly. So whenever I say BRD, please understand what I mean there. So from the analysis, what happens? the high level design come up. That is also prepared by the business analyst person. That design gets translated to the low level design. System analyst may be doing that kind of job. Implementation is done by the software developers. So this is a part where the programmers or software developers, they look at the algorithm defined in the low level design and come up with the code. In case there is some question, developers, they connect with the BA to get better understanding of the business requirements and prepare the code according to that. Then comes the testing. Testing is the part, okay, not to forget that testing is not only done by the testing team, even the software developer also, they do the testing. BAs also do the testing, and testing team also does the testing, but all of them, they do different kinds of testing. In the previous session, which we had for the software testing, I had given the details about what software testing team does. And in this one, we will stay focused on the business analyst role only, like what kind of testing they may do. Then comes the deployment. In the deployment, that means the code has been tested, it's all working good, and it's deployed, and finally it's into the maintenance place. Now, my question to you, you may like to raise your hand so I can call those people. I just now touched upon various roles in a software development team, and I hope you are listening as well. So my question to you is, what did you hear? What are the various roles in a software development team? Yeah, please unmute yourself. Satya, you may like to say?
Yeah. Like a solution architect, software engineer or software developer, QA quality assurance team. There may be project manager for a particular project, and there may be test manager, QA manager as well.
Right.
And the help desk people are also sometimes involved in software development team.
Okay, nice. Thanks, Satya.
And the business analyst too.
Great. And I see one message from Sankami and Wumi, analysis design. So I guess my question was, what are the various roles which Satya has told? What are the names of those roles? Not only that, I would like to add some more information to what Satya said. See here, in the beginning, you got in the analysis phase, in this particular one, you got the project manager. Not only that, even before project manager, there is a sponsor who is going to initiate the project. Then PM gets confirmed for that project. Then there is a BA who does the initial analysis there. Then BA and SA, system analyst, they come into picture in this particular design phase. In the implementation, mainly I will say system analyst or programmer or software developer or even architect, they may come into picture. In the testing team, mainly there is the QA team, the testing team, they come into picture. Deployment is a very joint exercise. And for maintenance, there's very specialized, very small team, which is very different from the previous one. They come into the maintenance part. Yes, Samuel, I will share the YouTube link in the WhatsApp group. Thanks. Okay, so we already talked about what are the different roles in the software development team. Now coming to this point, although we have been talking about what a BA is supposed to do, I took this information from one of the Indeed jobs, which was posted online. In this one, this is what they're talking about. What are the core responsibilities of a business analyst? So, my friends, when you want to get into this particular profession, it's important to understand what these wordings are all about. And for the people who continue to attend these sessions, I will touch on each and every point so that in the interview also, you will be able to explain those terms in a better way. In short, what these guys do, the business analyst person, they work with the requirements. Requirement means something which client needs. Sometimes, client may not know what they need. So that is the time BA is supposed to extract those requirements from the clients, document those. So that's how, that's very main role of a business analyst. So most of the time we'll stay focused on the very first point, even in the practical job scenario as well. I will not read all these different points here because anyways, I'm going to share this presentation in the YouTube video. So it should be good. Create functional and non-functional requirements documents, very important. UI specification, UI stands for user interface. User interface means screen. So whatever the screen designs are there, in the technical term, screen design is known as user interface specifications. So all these screen design, I would love to do some exercise with you guys, whoever is interested, to come up with some kind of screen design also. And not only that, to share some kind of business requirements so that some of you come up with those requirements and get a better understanding of those points. Communicating changes. So in the beginning, I remember one of our friends, they talked about BA role as a change management agent. That was a very good definition. And that is one of the roles of a BA. And there are a lot of other roles which are listed down here. Not to forget, coordinating user acceptance testing and transition to production activities. It's a big role that also a BA should be prepared and equipped with the knowledge to do this thing. For all these different responsibilities, what I will do, I will share some standard templates with you. And in those templates, you will understand what exactly is the information going into those templates. So that if you get into those projects, at least you know what I mean about what I mean by functional requirement document. There should be some information about that. If you do some kind of screen design, what information should get into the screen design document? What gets into the user acceptance testing document? So all these documents, I will share some templates also, which is a little bit out of scope, but just for this, for the completion of the discussion, I will share those with you. I see some messages coming up. Okay. Now I see one question here. How is BA different from product manager or product owner? Okay. So when I say product owner and product manager, those terms are basically coming from the Scrum side. I have different sessions for the Scrum. For now, if we limit our discussion with the BA as someone who owns the requirements, right? Someone, I can call that role as a requirement owner. That way, I think it will simplify the discussion. But in the Scrum side, those terms are used in more detail. Okay, so next one, business analysis process. We have been talking about these things just now. What exactly is the process here? So first of all, the planning is done. So all these things, what you see now, that is according to the business analysis book of knowledge. I will share that book in the group so you can get more details from there. First of all, the planning is done, what kind of process or approach we want to follow. Then the scope is defined. When we say scope, that means we identify what is to be done and what is not to be done. Identify those scopes. Amarpal, I don't know why you cannot hear, but you need to check your settings. Thank you. Elicit requirements. That means elicit means get the requirements from the client. And there could be so many different kinds of requirements. I will touch on that point as well as we go. Then come up with the validate the requirements. When the BA gets the requirements from the client, they analyze those, they validate those. All these things are the basic requirements in the job profile of a business analyst. Yeah, I don't think I can emphasize more about this point, but that is the main job here. So what are the steps involved in the BA process? This is a diagram which I took from this site. There are a lot of steps involved here in the business analysis side. Let's start from the requirement analysis and documentation. I guess we had touched on this point quite a bit now. And we will touch on this point in much more detail as we go further in the next sessions. Because this is the bread and butter of BA job. Right? There are all other things as well, but you will see this one constitutes a major proportion of the BA day routine. Enterprise analysis, that means understanding what systems are there in the company, organization, enterprise, and do that kind of analysis. Do the planning and management for the requirements, elicitation for the requirements, communicate those to who? To the client or to the development team, to the testing team, to whoever is involved, because without requirements, how will other person come to know, what I'm supposed to build? So everywhere these requirement communication is very important. And then finally, not finally, but it could be the first step as well, or it could be last step as well, depending on what kind of project we are talking about. So this one is solution evolution and validation. So these are the steps involved in the business analysis process. I would like to tell you that although we are having this the series for the business analysis profession in a very theoretical way, but also I would like to conduct some kind of interview kind of questions also, so that you get prepared for the entry-level job. But that would be at the end of the series when you have got some basic background about the business analyst profession. And even if you have some questions before that as well, you are welcome to connect with me through WhatsApp group. Okay, just give me 1 second, please. So it's very important here. What are the desirable traits to become an effective BA? So this is a mindset we are talking about here, that all the time, main focus is on the business, on the client requirements. What does client want? And like I said, a lot of times client may not know what they want. So that is our job to extract those requirements. It could be as simple as that. Let's say for the website, the client says that there should be some kind of authentication system. So basically that means there should be one screen where login, user ID, password could be entered. There could be some restrictions on those user ID or password. All those constraints should be met, and only after meeting those constraints, the user should be able to log in there. The other hidden requirement could be, the person should be able to enter within maximum 5 seconds. And that's very reasonable, right? Why I said so, because this is an example of non-functional requirement. So when I say non-functional, these may not be very much visible from the discussion, but we need to document that as well, that what exactly are those non-functional requirements. I'm getting the warning about that 10 minutes notice here, but I'll try to finish those before that. Solve the right problem. Question everything. So if you are, if you are the kind of person who just accepts whatever the other person say, then we need to change that mindset. We need to be questioning the things, question the status quo. We should be able to document the current state, and we should be able to document the future state. Not only that, come up with the gap analysis. That is how we know that today we stand here, and after fulfilling these requirements, we should be reaching at a future state. So that is the gap we should be working with. A BA should be a good leader and facilitator for the meetings, discussions. Only then there will be lesser conflict, and the things will continue in a better pursuit. Uncover gap, don't cover them up. So sometimes there could be some gaps, or the basic question we should ask from the team, what are your pain points? So what are the troubling points because of which you want to do some changes in the system? And that is most important point here while documenting the requirements. Analysis before synthesis, information before requirements. So we need to analyze before synthesizing it. Analysis means breaking down, and this is adding up. Simplify until nothing can be removed. So keep on simplifying things. And our job should be, in a way, I will say, we should be able to communicate a difficult topic in a simple manner, simple words to the audience. If we are able to do that, then we can become a good BA, an effective BA. So all these other things I will not say. You can read those in the presentation. Okay. Anyways, this is our last one. And I don't think we have got, okay, we got 7 minutes now. And I would like to open the forum. Before opening your speaker, please raise your hand so that one by one I can start addressing those questions. Yes, Satya. Please unmute yourself.
Sorry. In the current like technology, we have like artificial intelligence, machine language, and all these cloud systems, right?
Yeah.
Does this business analysis role changes in those environments, or it's still be the same, going to be the same?
That's a very good question. I will say the basic techniques used to document the current state and future state, those still stay the same. However, the underlying business domain changes. Getting my point?
Okay. Like in terms of the new technology, like we have to learn those, like little bit of that technology in order to do this business analysis in that environment?
It's always good. No, the more the learning, better we become as a professional. So I'm not saying that we should become expert in those new technologies, cloud and all those things. But as far as we have got some basic working knowledge of those things, it should be very helpful.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, Shruti. Yeah, please unmute yourself.
Yes. So regarding documentation, what exactly a business analyst has to do in documentation side?
For the website?
Like we discussed, like analyst has a main role of documentation.
Correct. Yeah.
So according to that.
Okay. So there are a lot of documentations involved, and one of the main document is business requirement document. So in that, all the business requirements are documented. Not only business requirements, I will say. When I say functional requirement, those are something which we can see. Okay. Non-functional are something which we can only, which are not tangible. When something like the response time should be less than 5 seconds, right? We can only measure those things, but there's no question about seeing those. All those things fall under the non-functional requirements. Apart from the business requirement document, there are a lot of other documents also. I have seen a lot of organizations, they work on a high-level design document. When I say high-level design document, in that what happens, the screen design, the high-level algorithm, all those things are documented in that document. Also the business rules also, I will say. Then one of the most important thing is the test strategy. Although this duty could be shared with the test manager, but even BA also participates in that, in the preparation of the test strategy document. They may do the user acceptance testing as well, along with the business subject matter expert. So those are the things, those are the different documents BA gets involved into. Is it making sense, Shruti?
Yes, yes. Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
You're welcome. So we got 3 or 4 minutes more to go. If some question comes up, please write here or raise your hand. And until the session gets over, I'll explain the other points here. accept and embrace business change. The ninth point here. So basically the BA is acting as a change management agent, and change management has become such a huge business domain in itself as a profession that there are a lot of certifications for the change management. One of those is ProSci, PROSCI, and those are change manager. I always say that change management is also of two different kinds. One is software development change management, and other one is organizational change management. So whenever we are talking about BA profession to work as a change manager, we're always talking about the organizational change management. So OPSI has asked, how easy is to get into the BA job outside the IT field without having previous working experience in the IT industry? So my answer to you is, I had explained this in the beginning also, but I'll say for the benefit of the audience, if you are not into IT right now, it does not matter. If you are a subject matter expert, it matters. And when you are a subject matter expert, whether of any other business domain, let's say insurance or banking, finance, supply chain management, logistic, inventory management, what is important here to get into this field is to learn the basic techniques which we will learn in this particular series. So in short, even if you are not into in the IT industry, but still if you are able to understand the different terms which I'm telling you in these sessions, you should be able to become a good business analyst. And I see only, I hope this answers your question, Opsi. There's remaining meeting time, 1 minute, 33 seconds. And I think it's, if there's no question, then I'll close it. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you. I will suggest before the next session, please go through the business analysis book of knowledge. Not like fully go through, but at least go through the outline of the book so that if you've got some questions, we can always talk about those in the next session. Otherwise, I'll just keep on going at my own pace. If you're already working as a business analyst professional and you got some more very specific questions, I may not be able to cover those in this session because this is for the beginners only, but I would love to respond back to you for those questions. With this, I stop this session. Almost time to go. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice time. Bye. See you in the next time.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, welcome.
Nova Scotia has
Thank you. Bye.
world-class adventures at every turn.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Take care. Bye.